Right, and so say you had all those things in place then, that community, that guidance, that knowledge, and then you actually, put the work in on top of having those tools. Where do you realistically see yourself in the next 6 months if you had all that?
I would like to be actually, trying to get out of the job and like get off the site. Really
Okay.
get that time back that I was talking about, man. You know, instead of fucking working 12-hour shifts and doing it 5 days a week, not being able to have any real time to myself and being exhausted, lad, I would just sort of want to be working more online, like have energy to do other things too, like going to the gym, spend time with friends and family, stuff like
hmm
that.
hmm So, what are you doing with your friends and your family then if you have all that free time? What are we getting up to?
Fuck, just probably just like going out for nice meals and stuff, like during the week, whatever. Maybe I wasn't able to do that when I was working. I'm only able to like do it on the weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, or even like bring my mom out for lunch, or yeah, like just going out with the lads on like a weeknight,
Mm.
stuff like that, man. Simple things.
Just essentially doing all the things that you enjoy. Is that right?
Yeah, like literally, basically just all the things that I have to wait till a Saturday for. Like I can
Yes.
just do them whenever I want. Have that
Yes.
freedom, where it's like I can just get up and do it whenever I want, and not like nobody's telling me, oh, like you're in work today, like you can't do that.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So if you actually were able to do that, have that freedom, be able to do sort of whatever you want, whenever you want, not being tied down by a job, how's that gonna feel?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot better than fucking doing what I'm doing now, lad. Like it's going to be probably a bit mad, even to look and think like this is where I was and like this is where I am now. It's like saying there's no warm without cold. There's no sun without rain. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you'll not actually know how good it is until like you look back on your old situation and think, right,
Yeah.
fuck, I was fucking in such a bad place and now this is where I am.
Yeah. And like whenever you do come to that realization, then if you do end up in that position, whenever you're reflecting back, how are you gonna feel about the situation that you're in then?
Yeah, lad, and it's just gonna be far better than the way I am now. I love that. Like,
Class, class. Love to hear that. So, this sort of feeling that you're chasing of actually, having an enjoyable life, as you said, you'd love to be in that position, right?
yeah,
Why is chasing that feeling actually so important to you right now?
just be far better than the way I am. Like, or the position that I'm in now. It's like it's not even the fact that I want this fucking materialistic lifestyle. It's almost that I just want to get out of this shit lifestyle.
Yes, 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 I get you. So obviously you told me how like that's gonna make you feel. You told me that you're gonna love living that life. But you told me all these people that you want to be involved in that life too. You told me about your parents, taking your mom out for dinner, being able to see the mates whatever night of the week that you want.
Hmm.
What's it gonna do for them if you're actually able to have that time back with them and give them the life that they want?
Well, I'd say it would be good for them too. Like my mates and stuff. I doubt they're gonna be like fucking glazing me. Like if I'm fucking not working during the week anymore, like it's not gonna be that much big of a deal. Like, but like parents and stuff, yeah, it's gonna be better. Like
Nice, nice. And I mean, what do you mean by better then?
just being able to fucking spend more time with them, they'll like appreciate that more. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, man. Because ultimately, I mean, which version of Aiden are they gonna appreciate more? The version of Aiden that's working on site and doesn't have the time to actually spend with them right now, or the version of Aiden that is going to be able to get time with them whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, the latter, like the second version,
Nice.
definitely.
So in obviously with that freedom comes a price. Nothing's free in life. So in order to actually be able to live that lifestyle that you're after, have that freedom, get that time back with your parents, what do you feel like you'd actually need to be pulling in every month to secure that lifestyle?
I think if it was just making what I make now, basically, like obviously, a lot will change because I'm not having to be somewhere at a certain time, a certain place. Like I'll have that location freedom, and
Mm,
I'll sort of have that time freedom too.
mm.
So yeah, literally about I think I'd say about 5K a month.
Right, nice. So do you feel like that 5K then would be just enough for you to sort of live the life that you're after then?
Yeah, I would say so. Like I could probably I'm not really after no materialistic things. Like
Mm,
the 5K per month definitely would give me that sort of comfortable lifestyle.
yeah. And I mean, are we stopping at 5K a month after those 6 months? Or, you've seen all them testimonial videos that we were talking about earlier, boys starting off at 5K a month, but then scaling to 10, 20, 30, 40K. Is that something that you would see
Yeah, like
yourself doing that?
if I could make that, like it would definitely be good.
Class, class. And all these dreams that you talk about, actually being able to replace your income, chase the life that you're after. When did you actually start thinking about making these dreams a reality?
I would say probably from I was about 18, so I'd say for the past 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years? Damn. I mean, what's that? 4 or 5 years of what? That's like over 1,000 days. 1,000 days where you got out of bed every morning, woke up, and this dream's been in your head but not in your life. I mean, what do you think that's already cost you?
It's cost me 5 years. Like that's a lot of time to be missing out on.
Exactly. Exactly. And what do you feel like you've missed out on in that time?
Like everything that I said there, lad. Spend time with the people who care about.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
And how does that sit with you that you've missed out on 5 years of time with the people that you care about?
When you put it like that, yeah, that
Because
doesn't sit good with me at all.
because ultimately, what's one thing that you can never get back?
Time.
There you go. So is it just time that it's cost you, or is there anything else that you feel like it's cost you?
Relationships too, like all of that there, yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like what? With your parents and with your mates,
Yeah,
or?
mates and stuff too, like yeah.
Mm, mm. Because another, like the way I see it as well, man, you told me that you've been thinking about living this dream life for the last 4 or 5 years, right? Like, imagine you were making 5K a month for those last years. Imagine we took action 5 years ago, push that fear aside then. I mean, do you see how much money you could have pulled in up until this point?
Hmm. Well, like I'm making 5K a month now in the job, so it's not really that much different. Like,
Yes, but the way we talked about scaling earlier as well, let's say you
hmm.
made that 5K in your first 6 months and then scaled it. Say after another 6 months, you would have multiplied it and then multiplied it again and again and again.
Yeah, I suppose I've probably missed out on it for a bit of money. Like,
Yeah. Like, would you say this dream of yours, in terms of both money, obviously not as importantly as time, but would it be safe to say that this dream's become pretty expensive to ignore?
yeah, probably. Like,
Okay. And why do you think that?
well, like if I started making 5K a month years ago, like God knows where I'd be now. Like you said, with scaling and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Because ultimately, in like this is what it's cost you up until this point. But I mean, if we continue to let that fear of the unknown hold us back, like it has for the last 4 or 5 years, and say let it hold us back for another 4 or 5 years, what's it going to cost us then down the line?
Mm, like I'll be fucking. I'll be near 30. Like fuck that. Like my parents won't be any younger.
Mm,
I've lost out on fucking 10 years almost, man.
yeah,
Decade,
that's
like.
it's a long time to be missing out on.
Yeah, lad. Like it's like a good fraction of your life, like.
Exactly, exactly. Because right now, like having that fear of the unknown has cost you all the things that you told me about. Time, money up until this point, and going forward, if we continue to let that fear of the unknown hold us back, you're only going to lose out on more money, more time, and ultimately keep continuing affecting your relationships down the line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, is that something that you want?
No, man. I need to fucking do something about it today, like. You've actually made me realize coming on this call, like
Nice.
that I need to do something. Like.
Mm. So, going forward from today, then, in order to actually make a change, push that fear aside, and make sure that we're not costing ourselves any more than we already have. Do you feel like you'll actually be able to do that? Push that fear aside, achieve these goals without number one, actually putting the work in, and without number two, all the tools that you told me that you needed earlier, that guidance, that community, and that knowledge.
Like, do you mean if I don't have that?
Yeah, if you don't have that, do you feel like you'll actually be able to push that fear aside and get to the goal that you want?
Don't think so. No.
And why do you think
Like,
that?
I think without that accountability and like the community too, it's like if you have a fear of like fucking heights, like, and you're up on top of like a slide, like in a water park or something, like, and you're on your own, like you're probably just gonna walk back down that. But if you're up there with a group of fucking lads, like your mates and everyone else is fucking jumping down and they're all having a crack and all, you're probably just gonna throw yourself down the slide, like.